Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to...
What is the greatest thing that music has done for you?
It has exposed me to a lot of things. For example, remember I am the only musician who was able to drag a 7-minute star to the studio when I wrote the first song ever for a awareness campaign song on AIDS, where I had to drag Professor Olukoya Ransom-Kuti, to the studio to add a voice in. I call that song AIDS. That was the very first song the ministry used in as their own campaign song for awareness on AIDS, HIV/AIDS, as it just came in. That is number one. I am the only musician who was able to write, produce the theme song for World FIFA Youth Championship, the one we call Nigeria '99. For me, those were high points of my career. I also was the writer of the theme song for Gateway Games, and then the video producer of Koja. So I have done some good things, that when I look back, I say, even if they don't give me the money, at least I have sown my seed on the soil. Yeah.
All right. Now, you've talked about the good things, or some of the good things that music has done for you. What would you have wanted music to do for you that it has not done?
Well, maybe making me a billionaire. Maybe making me a billionaire. Our children are enjoying the fruit of the labor we pave way for. So we are good. I mean, you pray that your children do far more than we did. Today you can see our children, they are enjoying the fame.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what would be your general assessment of Nigeria's music industry?
I believe we could have done better. Unfortunately, this is the only country where we are today is by our sweat and blood. You understand? Yes, by our sweat and blood. There is no in some other climes you have grants, for entertainment. America is not what is giving America. It's entertainment. That's what's giving America, the money. So I still wonder why we still don't know, even with what our children have done with our music, putting Nigeria in the world map everywhere. If you go to Asia these days, they play Nigerian music at their clubs. Okay, you go far away Brazil, you will see they're playing Nigerian music in their clubs. So which means we have been able to break certain barriers, coming out from Africa, Nigeria to the world. Before you are in this, you are in a nightclub here. Before you can hear. You remember when we used to go to Coliseum?
Coliseum.
So you only hear scanty of Nigerian songs inside, because now the bedi you go hear from that 10 o'clock to such time. But today Nigeria, you go to the clubs, you will hardly hear a foreign music played. Back to back is Nigerian, music. So which means that we've been able to do all of this by our sweat and blood. No support. At least they did a little for the movie. At least there was the what do you call it, Bank of Industry, where movie producers were going to take. But we didn't have that for music. So music today is what is our sweat and blood that have pushed the music to this level. And it's high time the government actually know that this is an oil that can never dry up, because the youth, Charlie Boy said, give me your street, and I will show you 100 Michael Jackson. And it is true. If you look at the kind of talents our youth have that are untapped, they don't. There is not even any platform that they can go to develop. No. So the few that will fight their way either sell their father's land, sell whatever property they have, they go and invest it in. That's what you are seeing today, which is not supposed to be so.
Yes, I said 5 years ago, something very terrible happened to you. You lost your closest friend, Ras Kimono.
Yeah.
How much would you say his death affected you?
Actually, I will not even use the word affected. It crippled me, It was at the middle we had done one of the songs, that we wanted to put out. We call it SHDS, Shoot Him Down Syndrome. It's on my YouTube channel. You'll find it. Just say SHDS, Orits and Ras Kimono. So we were trying to do some kind of synergy. Doing our thing, since there were no mega sponsors coming, we wanted to do a lot of things together. He left when he left. That wasn't even the main problem. This was somebody that people were saying was my Siamese twins. And so Ras was like, if in the morning till 12 o'clock I don't see his call, I will call him just to yab each other. So when he died, we just came back from a tour, myself and him. He left me in that tour and said it was due back in the US. He left me in that tour, and then he came into Lagos on a Tuesday to travel on Thursday. And I came in on Wednesday, and he wasn't sick. He wasn't sick. So that's why it was more shocking. They called me up that night when he was traveling. I was calling him to ask if he had boarded. He said he's having some issues with the immigration. What issue? He said he didn't. They said he must get what do you call it? A travel visa for UK because he's passing through UK. And he said it was not like that before. So he said that's what he's trying to sort out. Before. So when I called him back, the phone was off. I thought he had boarded. So I was waiting to call him back the following morning to say, well, how was your trip? Only for FA to call me up at about 9 o'clock and say, come, your brother is in the hospital. I said, come on. He didn't travel again. He said, no, he slumped at the airport. I knew he had cough. He had a little malaria, which he complained of. So where is he now? I said, it's in a lagoon. And I went there. Azuka, he was already in the gas. I said, just between yesterday and today. So I was with him. He was praying violently, not in a language we understood. It got to a point. I asked the doctor. I said, "Is this normal?" He said, "It's not normal." And I asked. I said, "But I'm not a doctor. This is the 6th cylinder you are about to fix." He said, "Yes." I can see that the meter has not made any difference. So are you just going to be changing only the cylinder? He said, "No, they have told the wife that they should deposit 2 million naira so that they can take him to upper ICU." And I said, "Yes, okay. Let's see how we can do that now." He said, 2 million. How can we raise 2 million? By the grace of God, in another 1 hour, we were able to put 1.5 million together, and we paid that one. And then they had to move it on to Ikoyi. And they said only one person will follow him. So only if we followed him. The following morning, we were already there. We saw him. Yeah, and he was looking very well. We were shocked. He said, yo, he gave us an apple. He said, I'm glad that you guys are here to wish him his final goodbye. When he said that, we never knew what was coming. We just thought it was his normal joke. That was the end. So you could see the shock, because I was with him all through. So that's why he hurt me. It's not a moment I like to remember.
My condolences once again. So what do you normally what do you miss most about him?
A lot of things. Our jokes, our expensive jokes. Our expensive jokes. We relate on a lot of issues. He sought my advice on a lot of issues. So I do too. So sometimes we are arguing in a matter. He plays the devil's advocate, and sometimes I do the devil's advocate just to come up, to come out with a better understanding of what the issue should be. So I miss him a lot.
Both of you were so close. How did you How did both of you even meet?
Oh, Ras. Okay. I came back from the East to join Lemijasi Music in 1987, 1988, because I was working with late Jake Solo. So when Jake Solo died, and then Lemijasi came to the East to do Mandato's first album, Crisis. You know,
Crisis.
so yeah, Crisis. You know, the first time, yes. So we worked in that project together, you know, and by the time we did his own and then my Jack own, so he just said, oh, but why not move to Lagos? Just come to Lagos now. I was with Tabansi Records at the time, then before we formed Jake Solo Productions. So when Jake died, he said, you come to Lagos. So I came to Lagos, joining his company, you know, as a second producer. Let me just say music, you know. So that's the way we were. We're in that production company for about a year and a half before I also left to form a Kauri Music International, you know. So from there on, yeah, from there on, that's where I had my own a small studio, you know, where that I metamorphosed to what we have today, you know. To God be the glory.
Okay. I remember when I came to Kimono's house, I met you and I was discussing with you. I was discussing with Efe. So not long after Kimono died, Efe also died.
Yeah.
How did that one also make you feel? You know, you lost your friend, then the wife also died. How did that one make you feel?
It was a double tragedy. It's like when you're shot twice. it was not an easy time, my brother. It was not an easy time. These are people we taught together. If we are going to Port Harcourt, we are touring together. We're going to Enugu, Abuja. We are always together. So it was not a good moment for me. Really, it wasn't a good moment.
Okay, what distinguishes Orits Williki from the other musicians? What stands you out? What separates you?
Well, Orits Williki can only be Orits Williki. So if you see the way I am, that my mannerism, my way of life, that is just me. I can never be any other person. I can never compare myself with another person, unfortunately. You know?
The last time I saw you, I noticed that your dread was as long as you know, it was getting to your back. You know, where you have your belt. Why is your dread so long?
Yes.
Will anything make you to cut it, or you will never cut it?
I wouldn't say never. I would not say I will. You know, we are two different substances. You know, and the substance, the hair is a substance. I broke my comb already and I've thrown my comb away. So he's doing his own thing, I'm doing my own thing. So if our ways met somewhere in the future, I say, oh boy, let us do with one of you know, let's do away with each other, then it's a different thing. But for now, I don't know.
So how do you sleep with your dread so long? How do you do it? When you want to sleep, do you tie them, or how do you tie them up or something?
No. The hair, they have their own freedom. I just sleep my sleep. The hair sleep is sleep. You need to come and see me sleep in my bedroom so that you can have a picture. That will convince you to know how I sleep.